Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be playing this game for the first time. Now if you don't know what this game is, this is Horus, Heresy, Legions. This is a Warhammer 40,000 game, and it's similar to Magic, and it's a 1 versus 1 online. Let me get these notifications out of the way. It's a 1 versus 1 online card battle game. It's very interesting. So let's battle. I have my own deck, but it's not very good, so I'll explain the game as I go. It's much like Magic, as there are creatures, or not creatures, in this game they're called troops, vehicles, and the like, but they act the same as creatures in Magic the Gathering Arena. And then instead of having your player, as you do in Magic the Gathering, instead you have a warlord, and you can choose your warlord, and you unlock them over time. So what a warlord does is, you'll see, so at the beginning of the, just give me a second, at the beginning of the game, this is your first hand, you can choose which cards to replace. So I'll replace these two. And of course you need energy to play cards, and you get a certain amount of energy each turn. Now let me turn the volume down a little bit. But, as you can see here, you have warlords. This is mine, and this is the enemy's. If you go over a card, it'll tell you its information. So warlords usually have 2 damage, and between 25 and 40 health, if I'm remembering correctly. So what warlords, oops, gotta end my turn. So what warlords can do, they have an assortment of abilities and everything that you can use once per turn, unless the specific card says otherwise. And so you can attack with these, but once their health goes to 0, then you lose. So the first warlord's health to go to 0, their person loses. And it doesn't matter if I'm taking too long per turn, because, as you can see, we're facing a bot. And so in this game, unlike Magic, you get to choose who you attack. And so it brings up, kind of like Hearthstone. So it brings up this ability, which is called Frontline, which makes it so if it's much like Taunt in Hearthstone, if you know that. If I don't know Hearthstone that well, so if I get some things wrong, bear with me. So what Taunt or Frontline does is that if you're attacking, you have to attack the front line before you attack anything else. So we'll attack here. This card has Backlash, which does something when dying. So this card is Backlash, draw a card. And of course, the attack and defense stats are here. So you can see, now that this died, I'll draw a card. Now, your energy, you get a specific amount of energy per turn. It starts at 2, then the next turn it'll be 3, next it'll be 4, next it'll be 5, and so on. And you can use energy to use abilities and play cards. So as you can see there, I used my Warlord ability of deal 2 damage. So that'll make it so I deal 2 damage to a target of my choosing, which I chose their Warlord. But I won't take any damage in return since I'm not attacking. I'm just using an ability against it, which is pretty interesting. Now this card is one that I know. It'll put in play a bunker. So what I want to do is, I don't want bunkers up because they have frontline. So I'll attack him real quick. Now you saw that attack was a little bit different and I didn't take any damage. Well, what does that mean? First strike. This specific character has first strike. And what first strike is it's when attacking, enemies killed don't retaliate. Much like Magic the Gathering first strike. And so now I played Assad Shimera, which what this is well, never mind. But Assad Shimera is 1 energy, add a random Imperial Army infantry to your hand, which is very useful. So let me try this again. Play him once more. And as you can see, this guy has a green heart here It says 5. Well, that's called Survivor, as you can see right here. So, Survivor, it said, when dying from damage instead, he'll X and lose Survivor. And don't worry about whatever he's doing because it doesn't matter. So I'll click on that, use the ability, and there we go. It adds this to my hand. So this is a 3 with Fast and Unstoppable, which gives us 2 more abilities to look into. Unstoppable is it can ignore frontline units when attacking. And remember, frontline is when I'm attacking, I have to attack the frontline unit first, and not anything else. So with this, it'll make it so I can attack whoever I want when attacking, even if there's a frontline. And then Fast, that's Unstoppable. And then Fast means it can act on the same turn it goes into play. So much like Magic the Gathering's Summoning Sickness, if I play a card, I can't use that card. Or if I play a troop, an infantry, whatever, I can't use that card. And I can't activate its abilities or attack with it until the next turn. But with Fast, it's much like Haste, where you can ignore that. Oh no, we have a timer. Just play that and end. Now this is a 4/6 frontline, which will gain +1/+0. So that's very useful for frontlines. And then this is frontline attacks by itself at the start of its turn. That's not very fun, because that is an 8/9. And it will wreck me. So, I'll play this. And then use that to kill it. And then this activates Precognition, which is another ability. So with this specific Warlord, it's deal 2 damage to an enemy, which I already said. But another part of it is if the enemy dies from this ability, that is, gain Precognition until your next turn. And Precognition means that it cannot be targeted by attacks. And then I will play this for some more frontline. So here are 2 more abilities with this card. We have Relentless and Rage. So Relentless is it does something at the start of its turn, and Rage is it does something when damaged. So with this specific card, it says Relentless, take 1 damage, and Rage, gain +2/+0. So every turn it's going to be taking 1 damage from its ability, but with Rage, every time it takes damage, it will gain +2/+0. So essentially, it's gaining a +2/+0 each turn. But we have this Crack Grenade, which will deal 5 damage to it. Wait. That's an Astartes, not a vehicle. Oops. Anyway, I'll use this. Stealth and Sneak Attack. Sneak Attack and Stealth. So Sneak Attack is when attacking, enemy does not retaliate, and Stealth is cannot be attacked or targeted until it attacks. So I'll play Markov's Rangers here, which it gains +1/+0 for each enemy in play. And then I'll play Nasir Scouts, and then end my turn. So he now has an 8/4 and a 6/4, and an 8/13 with shield, which is very scary. If shield is just it absorbs 1 hit, which is very scary. But it's fine. Trust me, it's all fine. It'll be okay. So now I can attack you. Yeah, get you out of the way. And then use a jam on you, which gets rid of all abilities on that person. And charge you. Display 3 random tactics, choose 1 and add to your hand. That's not bad. And then I'll just double hit you so you die. Then I'll play you. And then play you. And you. And then attack with you. So now that's down to 7 health. but now he has a 7-8. I also have this Warlord, by the way, the one that he's using. I'm just not using it right now. It's a pretty good one. As you can see, it's a pretty good one. Let's use this. I don't know what any of these do. Gonna be completely honest. But let's take the most expensive one. Sounds good. Give a friendly troop backlash, destroy an enemy troop. That will be very good for you. Because now you can attack, and then it'll destroy another one. Nice. And then I can use your ability again, and then get another frontline in play, and deal some damage to you. Which is very nice. So this card's going to be very helpful for random abilities that I don't know the use of. Okay, so that destroyed a team infantry, but it gave +1/+1 to all cards in hand. I'm pretty sure is what that did. I should have killed this one, dude. So this has precognition, which of course means it cannot be targeted by attacks. And so now I'll use this, and I'll actually... No, I'll keep that. Death of Innocence looks like fun. I don't know what it does. Give your Warlord, give a Mark of Chaos to Mechanicum troops you put in play. That's kind of useless. Not gonna lie, that's pretty useless, since we don't have any Mechanicum troops. Backlash, your opponent draws a card. That's also pretty useless. Don't really want that. So I'll play Remier, and then use that to get precognition on my Warlord, so he can't be attacked. Now, Remier is a very special card. So it has Stealth, Sneak Attack, and Battle Honor. So we already know what Stealth and Sneak Attack is. And Battle Honor is does something after attacking and killing an enemy, which you'll see here. So its Battle Honor is returned to your hand. So if I use this and attack this, I killed that, so it'll activate and return to my hand. And then I'll attack you. Use this ability. I know what the Medicaid Mechadendrite does. I don't know what the other ones do. Let's take Benediction. Heal 5 to all your units. Your next troop or tactic costs 0. That sounds like fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm not going to quite use it yet. So let's use this. And it hit the right target. Nice. And then I'll stab you. So this is Rally, which does something when played from hand, which is deal 4 damage to a random enemy. So it dealt 4 damage to a random enemy. So Farron's Militia, what that was doing was creating, that's the thing that just died. It was creating another Farron's Militia each time it was played. Or each turn. Let's take Dark Blessing. It sounds like it'll give a Chaos Mark or something. Reflection, give a Demon Host and +1/+0 to our friendly Astartes. Well, I don't have any Astartes in play. Demon Host gains a buff and becomes a demon in addition to its current category, and Reflection can be played multiple times during the same turn, which is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. So we'll use this, and then I'll use Remier. And I'm dead. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm dead. Yup. Oh well, that was a pretty cool game though. But it didn't go too well. So now I can change my deck to a different one. I could. Don't know if I want to. This is my secondary account. My primary account is on my phone, but I don't think I would be able to record that and my mic at the same time. So I'll keep using Horus Nassau, which I probably butchered the pronunciation of. But whatever. And I'm not going to change decks yet, so you can get a feel of this one and, you know, understand what I'm doing a little bit more. And I'll probably only be using this deck for today. So the search time usually doesn't take too long. The longest I've ever had it is about 30 seconds or so. So I probably won't pause the recording or anything, so you guys don't miss anything. So usually the strategy is to replace everything that I don't want or is above 2 energy, because I won't be able to play it right away.
I will tend to the wounded.
Oh yeah, it also says things at the beginning of the game, and then you can also say things.
Let us do battle.
Bots always repeat things, and each warlord has different sayings, like different things they say. Let's get you out of here. Well, I don't like that. As you can see, you can also change the back of cards. I have the default one. He has some cool ones, which I'm just a little bit jealous of. And then I will probably use Mortori's Wrath here to use on you, so I can primarily draw a card, but also to get some more damage through. So now he's down to 25 health. And then there are these guys, which I don't like at all. What to do? Let's use this. Sabotage that, so to jam it so it doesn't go back in his hand once it dies, if it's my turn. And then I'll play Forced Ogrins here. Attack you, and then attack the Warlord, so I can get some damage through, and draw. So Sentinel, that's another one. It's specific to this faction, mostly. So it's while in play, you don't draw cards at the start of your turn. So, as you've noticed, probably, at the start of each turn you draw a card and then you can play. But with Sentinel, you don't draw a card, which can be very bad. But usually, the card is very good. This card is an exception, because it's trash. Anyway. What's that? Adjacent units have +1/+0. I don't like you. Like, at all. I'm gonna use Mortar Strike. Not really the guy I wanted to hit with that, but I guess that works. And then I'll slice you. A 7/6 with stealth. I don't like that. I really don't like that. That guy's scary. I thought defense Selenites was 4, not 5. So, deal 1 to 4 damage to each enemy. Sadly, only doing 1 to you. Oh well. Jeez, how much stealth do you have? I don't like it. And then of course his ability is to give +0/+2 to a friendly unit, but I'm pretty sure it works on himself as well. So now I can use Marcos Rangers, Crack Grenade, and attack it to get rid of it, and then use a Taint of Chaos. Now, Taint of Chaoses are, or Mark of Chaos rather, Taint of Chaos gives a Mark of Chaos. So, Marks of Chaos are a little bit hard to understand. So I believe there are 4 in the game. Yes, there are 4 in the game. 1 for Korn, 1 for Tzeentch, 1 for Slaanesh, 1 for Nurgle, but you don't need to know that. Pretty much, there are 4 different marks you can get. Each has a different effect. So if I use this, that gave the one that gives sneak attack. So there's one that gives poison, which is when it attacks or when it deals damage to something, the next turn it dies, essentially. This is sneak attack, so when attacking, enemies do not retaliate. There's one that increases its damage a lot, and then there's one that gives it stealth. Now, the good thing about Marks of Chaos is that if you get 4, it turns into a really good dude. Like, really powerful dude. Not good, but powerful. Let's play you. Why not? I mean, the Sentinel is going to be annoying, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Oh yeah, and I have to get rid of you, because that's whenever you play a card, gain +1/+1, which is not good. But won't be too hard to get rid of. And then I can get the Marcos Rangers out. And then get rid of one of the Farron's militia, so they don't keep multiplying crazily. Uh-oh. Please don't kill Marcos. Okay, just barely. Well, now I'm sad. I'm down to 10 health. I think I lost this fight. Yeah, I hate that ability so much. And then I'm not getting very good draws. That's fun. So pretty much he can heal 5 health each turn with his current setup. I don't like that at all. Yeah. Bit annoying. Let's use that. Didn't really get anything good out of it. But now I can get some more creatures or infantry on the battlefield. And hopefully he won't kill Assad Shimera, so I can... Okay, never mind. That didn't last long. And then he can fully heal that, because of course he can. Nice. So this guy is actually pretty nice. You can use 3 energy to deal 4 damage, but I don't think, yeah. I was gonna say I don't think he'll live to be able to do that. And then he kind of died in the middle of me saying that. So this guy makes a 1-1 after he dies, which is pretty useful. Until that 1-1 dies. Ouch. Ooh, I like that card. So the reason why I'm not dead yet is because I keep getting recognition, which is nice. But he's back up to 29 health. Remember, he was down to 14, I believe. 14 or something. But I will be able to use the Lehman Russ, which is deal 4 damage to an enemy troop for 4 energy, which is pretty good. But yeah, he's gained 20, so he was down to 11 health. He has gained 20 throughout this fight from his ability. Is it OP? Nah, never. Lehman Russ sadly dying miserably. And now I'm gonna get hit. This isn't gonna be fun. If I want to win this, I'm gonna have to draw some really lucky cards. He is up to 24 that he has healed. 24. Remember, my ability is to deal 2 damage and gain recognition. That's all my ability is. His is to gain 2 health, which doesn't seem too OP until he's back up to full health and more after he was down to 11. And now I think I'll lose. Yep. Oh well. Rip. But that's probably going to be all from me for today. A bit of a shorter video, but I think people might like that more. So, anyway, we got a couple of games in. Got to show you a new game, and if you like it, make sure to tell me in the comments, or like the video, or whatever you want to do. I prefer, if I'm going to be completely honest, I prefer comments rather than likes, because I like talking to the community. But, see you tomorrow.